From the Detroit Free Press, I'm Robin Chan with today's Voice Briefing. It's Friday, April 24th, 2026.
This is Liam Rapley for the Detroit Free Press. What did Jeffrey Epstein do to build relationships with automotive insiders? We looked at the Epstein files released by the Department of Justice and found the late sex trafficker sought to connect with 3 European executives who have ties to Stellantis. John Elkann is the chairman of Stellantis and the CEO of Exor, the company's largest shareholder. Axel Dumas is a director for Exor. They never entertained Epstein's advances, according to emails. A spokesperson for Dumas told the Detroit Free Press he systematically rejected Epstein, and a spokesperson for Elkann declined to comment. But the files show Eduardo Teodorani Fabri maintained a chummy relationship from 2009 until Epstein's death in 2019. Efforts to reach him were unsuccessful. He is a member of the Agnelli family that founded Fiat in Italy. As recently as 2019, Teodorani Fabri was a board member of Maserati and Exor's largest investor, Giovanni Agnelli BV. He was also a director of Exor from 2012 to 2014. Today, Teodorani Fabri is no longer affiliated with Stellantis or its largest shareholders, but he had some influence in the pre-merger days of Stellantis when the company was known as Fiat Chrysler Automobiles. Stellantis was formed in 2021, 2 years after Epstein's death. And according to the records, the relationship with Epstein came with perks for both of the men. For example, Epstein got a deal on a brand new Maserati in 2011 after asking Teodorani Fabri to get him in touch with the best people to talk to. And for Teodorani Fabri, emails show he was invited to dinners and trips with Epstein in places like New York City and Paris. The files show he even stayed at Epstein's private Zorro ranch in New Mexico and discussed trips to the Caribbean. During their friendship, Teodorani sent photos and crude messages about women he had encountered to Epstein. For a full breakdown of Epstein's attempts to court past and present leaders of Stellantis, read the story at freep.com.
I'm John Wisely. I cover higher education at the Detroit Free Press. The University of Michigan has launched an investigation into the conduct of a member of its Board of Regents, Jordan Acker. The investigation comes after a report last week in the UK-based media outlet The Guardian. The Guardian reported private group chat messages it says were sent by Acker. Those messages included sexual comments about a Democratic strategist and lewd remarks about a female U of M student, which included her picture. Acker did not reply to a Free Press request for comment. His lawyer told The Guardian that Acker had never been on Slack, the messaging platform where the messages appeared. The university said late Tuesday that it was hiring an outside firm to investigate the issue. The Guardian report appeared just days before Michigan Democrats held their state convention to choose candidates to run for the U of M Board of Regents, among other offices. Acker was seeking the Democratic nomination to a second term. He lost to Dearborn attorney Amir Mokhlad, whose name will appear on the November ballot. To read more about it, please visit freep.com.
I'm Sue Selesky, Detroit Free Press food and restaurant writer. The Daily Drive-In Restaurant, a Livonia landmark once known as one of the old-fashioned drive-in restaurants, is shuttering. Owner Scott Grace, who is retiring, told the Free Press that the main thing about the restaurant's Facebook closing announcement is that the restaurant will not close immediately. The restaurant will be there a while and open for months. Located on Plymouth Road in Livonia, the Daily Drive-In served the community for more than 67 years with its daily burgers, daily dogs, footlongs, shakes, and a host of other menu items like chili fries, onion rings, and its daily sauce. According to a Facebook post, the restaurant announced, quote, with great sadness that this summer would be its last season. The owner said he's been trying to sell the business since before the COVID pandemic and does have an offer in place on the building and property from its 7-Eleven neighbor. At one time, about 5 years ago, the owner received an offer for the building and property from the gas station and convenience store chain Sheetz, which he turned down. Up until about 5 or 6 years ago, the restaurant had drive-up and curbside service since its 1959 opening. But the owner said the canopies were torn down and insurance would not cover the replacement costs. At one time, more than a dozen drive-in daily restaurants, which got its start in 1948, dotted Metro Detroit, from Clawson to Redford to Westland.
Find more from the Detroit Free Press on freep.com. That's FREEP.com. Thank you for listening. Have a great weekend, and you'll hear more from us Monday.